Look close at this thumbnail and ask yourself a question. How many eyes are staring at me? Now that you realize there are much more than two, you may start to feel a little unsettled, a little creeped out, at edge. If you actually suffer from scopophobia, maybe even a cold sweat. Many people can tell when something is staring at them. It's an innate instinct found in most of the human population. Scopophobia can be beneficial for survival, like if a tiger is staring at you, or a psychopath wants to kill you. But what about when you feel eyes on your neck, and you turn around, just to find that nothing was there in the first place? What really is scopophobia? The basic definition of scopophobia is the fear of being watched, though it can also mean anything related to being stared at. Medically, scopophobia is anxiety towards things like public speaking, presenting, while all eyes are on you, and all the stakes are on you. This can be traced back to our ancestors, when we needed each other to survive. Saying something wrong and being isolated from your tribe would dramatically decrease your chance of survival. Scopophobia may also be related to predators. Being able to sense you're being stared at and being able to act is something we needed to survive. Though, scopophobia isn't typically treated as a fear of being publicly stared at. It's a lot darker than that. Like if you're in a forest at night and you sense that something is watching you, or if you're heading to bed, only to wake up in the middle of the night with an unsettling feeling in your chest, almost as if something is planning a terrible fate for you. The feeling of eyes on your neck is terrifying. It can signal that something is stalking you and planning to make you their next meal, or worse. Everybody's experienced it, and if your first time was when you were a kid, you understand how truly terrifying it is to feel that something is behind you. I remember the first time I felt eyes on my neck. I was watching Vsauce's video, Why Are Things Creepy, when he got to the I Feel Fantastic part. I was alone at the time, so when that part came up, I felt an incredible feeling of dread and ran to sit next to the person closest to me. But the thing is, I was in no real danger at the time, unlike hiking. If you ever gone outside during the night with no one else around you, you know the feeling is of no other. You can actually feel calm for a while, until something little happens, then your pace quickens up as your heart rate increases. You understand the chances of you being in real danger are slim, but the feeling still remains. Take a look at the most popular creepypasta images of the early 2010s. Despite them all being considerably different, they all show the eyes of a psychopath. The eyes of someone who has gone clinically insane. The influences of scopophobia can be found all over the internet, especially in creepypastas, and here recently, in Xbox. You can separate these images into three categories: ring eyes, bug eyes, and no eyes, all very unnatural in their own right. Ring eyes. The eyes of someone who hasn't slept in weeks, spending those restless days and planning a demise. Many creepypastas that are popular for its image implement this, such as Jeff the Killer, Small Dog, and a few Nextbots, and many more. Ring eyes cross the line between a psychopath and a full-on monster, a sort of mix between a hungry predator and a human that enjoys killing for fun. The gaze of a creepypasta image with ring eyes makes you feel unsafe, similar to most creepy images. Though, ring eyes don't really invoke empathy, unlike bug eyes. Bug eyes are typically used in the uncanny valley. Multiple online hoaxes and creepypastas use this, such as Momo, Red Mist, Aheno, and my favorite, Pinhead, and of course more. Bug eyes make scary images feel much more human. You obviously can't sympathize with any scary online image, but bug eyes are very descriptive, like in Red Mist. Squidward's bloody, empty eyes can make him appear depressed and make the viewer think something bad is going to happen. Whether it's themselves or you, someone is going to die. Eyes can tell you someone's whole story, and the lack of eyes can deprive you of any story. Images like the Rake, Mouse Ivy Eye, Gargatron unsettle the viewer through a lack of information. You should be able to recognize their motives, their emotions, and anything that helps you conclude what they want to do to you. The lack of eyes may also remind us of the darkness of death, the processing of things unable to be understood by the human mind.
You gotta get up.
Come on. Ah, shit. Okay.
Get the fuck out of here, right?
Typically, the threat is staring at you, making you feel threatened. But what if the threat is Scopophobia? I introduce to you SCP-096, the Shy Guy. The Shy Guy is a pale, extremely skinny immortal being that's triggered by people looking at its face. SCP-096 will run after you and do anything possible to end your life upon viewing his face. Nobody in the SCP world is like him. He's one of the few that can be contained through simple means, and is the exact opposite of SCP-173. A potential reason for Scopophobia is to avoid predators, so why would SCP-096, the Shy Guy, be threatened by people looking at him? It's an interesting idea, though the likely reason is just social anxiety. Phobias are often confused with basic fears. Phobias are typically used for people who are excessively and irrationally scared by certain things, not just a little unsettled. The evil eye is a curse brought on by malevolent glare, believed to cause misfortune upon being cursed. The evil eye dates back to the BCEs and is found in cultures all across the world. Many cultures created things to counter such curses, like the Greek evil eye talisman, which is said to protect people against evil glares. The frequent occurrence of the evil eye in ancient cultures may suggest that scopophobia is stamped into human nature. Many ancient religious stories, like those of Egyptians and Greeks, are used to teach lessons, like the story of Icarus and Daedalus. Many religions attempt to explain human nature, so the evil eye suggests that being stared at is a very primal fear, like being afraid of poisonous creatures or tigers. Though maybe the reason for scopophobia lies in our own society. In my opinion, being able to read someone's eyes is just as effective, if not more effective than lie detectors. You can tell when someone is lying. They may avoid eye contact and may even blink faster. You can understand how someone's feeling. If the eyes are droopy, exhausted. Bloodshot, sleep deprived. Focused, well, that can mean multiple things. If you look at the image as violent psychopaths, or even serial killers, you can tell that they're crazy, at least most of them. The look some of them give off is intimidating. You almost feel like you may be the next victim. Predators give off a similar feeling. When a predator, fiction or real, has eyes fixated on you, you feel it. Scopophobia is important to the survival of our species, especially in the past. It may be the reason we've gone so far as a species. All of this is great for a quick scare. Sometimes looking at scary images is actually entertaining. Though, the images are fake, and very obviously not a threat. The real threat is right behind you.